Hey everyone, this is Pete, and welcome back to Commodore 64 A to Z, a series of short playthroughs of the games for the Commodore 64. Today's game is Donald Duck's Playground. This was a 1984 release from Sierra Online, developed by Lowe of Leisure Suit Larry fame. We've previously seen this on the Atari ST A to Z series, but this was the original version. Developer Lowe was dissatisfied with later ports of the game, particularly to the 16-bit platforms, due to how inappropriate Sierra's adventure game engine AGI was for creating this game on other platforms. And as such, many people look on the C64 original of Donald Duck's Playground as the definitive version. So let's go see for ourselves. Let's go play Donald Duck's Playground. Okay, here we are with Donald Duck's Playground for the Commodore 64. Been curious about trying this ever since I learned that the Atari ST version that I grew up with was not considered to be the optimal version of this game. I always sort of knew that the controls were a bit awkward on the Atari ST version, but having played a bunch of Sierra adventures at the time, I was sort of used to that kind of controls. But yeah, I'm interested to give this a go, knowing that this was sort of Lowe's definitive version of the game. So when we played the ST version, we played on beginner level, so let's bump it up to intermediate level. Ooh, exciting. So if you've not come across this before, the concept of it is that you are Donald Duck and you want to build a playground for your nephews on the other side of those railway tracks over there, because that's nice and safe. So what you need to do, just put my cable out of the way, what you need to do is you need to earn a bunch of money working part-time jobs, and then you need to buy stuff for the playground. So all the stuff over on the right are the part-time jobs, and all the stuff over on the left are the shops where you can buy things. So let's just go through the jobs one at a time. We'll start with the airport down at the bottom here. How long do you want to work? A 1 minute shift. Let's go for 3 minutes. So in this minigame here, it's basically matching the 3-letter airport codes down at the bottom on the conveyor belt with the luggage that is flying past. So we pick up the San Francisco one here and chuck it into the San Francisco box. Pick up that one, chuck it in there. Now it doesn't matter too much if you miss one, because it'll come around again, you'll get plenty of other chances, and all you got to do is just try and get as many as you can in the time that you set for yourself. So we're going for 3 minutes on this, which is actually quite a long time thinking about it, but doesn't matter too much. Get San Francisco. Oh no, we missed San Francisco. Okay, so we've had 42 cents so far. All the luggage gets picked up by the plane. The plane flies off. Well, the plane doesn't fly off actually. But we get a new bunch of luggage. So off to Dallas. HL, don't know where that is. Don't know where Jax is either. So we're just using the joystick here, left and right to move Donald, down to make him face the conveyor belt at the front, up to make him face the other way, and fire button to make him pick up or throw. So very straightforward. Very straightforward controls, but they work really well with the joystick. And certainly quite a bit better than they do with the weird AGI controls, where you had to press a key to start him moving in a direction, and then press a key to stop him moving in that direction as well. So it was very strange, whereas this is just push left, move left. JFK, we know where that is. Missed. LAX, we know where that is. Sweet dreams. So I'm not entirely sure what the difference between the difficulty levels is, but I assume that things move faster and there's more sort of red herrings along the way. And perhaps there's more different airports to choose from as well. Oh, there we go. 1 minute 10 to go and $1.38 in the bank. Alright, what is next? PSP. Don't know where that is, but great handheld. SLC. St. Louis. I don't know. I don't know airport codes. Lots of PSPs. Many PSPs. One for Phoenix. We're not going to get ORD, which I assume is Orlando, maybe? Get it? Oh, just missed. 30 seconds to go. Lovely smooth movement in this. This is like a really good showcase of how good the Commodore 64 was at shifting large sprites around the screen. Or large chunks of graphics, or however it's handling things. But yeah, very smooth movement, very impressive. Actually quite a bit smoother than the 16-bit version, as it happens. And time's up! Is the plane going to fly off? There it goes. It's going to a lot of different places, that one plane. Whee! Alright, a job well done. So, $2 in notes and 34 cents. So there's 25, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, so that is the airport game. The produce game is quite similar. Let's go for 3 minutes again. So this time... this time you have to try and catch the stuff that's being thrown at you. Which I'm doing a terrible job at. How do we catch it? There we go. And he gets very cross when you put it in the wrong thing. Okay, there we go. So we don't have to press the fire button to catch it. You do have to make it so he's... You do have to be pretty accurate though. There we go. And then drop that in there. That's it. Now we're getting it. Missed. So again, this is a simple sort of matching exercise. So I mean this game was sort of regarded as an edutainment title. The actual job games aren't so much educational as they are sort of fun challenges of coordination and observation a lot of the time. So most of the educational content in this comes from the mathematical aspect that you do when you're buying things and making change and stuff like that. The main concept of the game was to be a game about making change, basically. And you'll see that when we come to the shopping section. So these bits were designed to mostly be sort of simple arcade-style sequences that were just fun to play. And so that way, when a kid was playing this, they wouldn't feel like they were just playing an educational game. They wouldn't feel like their parents had sort of tricked them into playing something that was good for them. It was actually quite enjoyable and fun to play as well. I mean, the mechanics of this are obviously very simple, but they're quite in keeping with sort of arcade-style games at the time. Simple, straightforward mechanics that require some reflexes and observation. There we go. This is surprisingly tricky, actually. But that's good. that's good, because you don't want it to be too easy, because then it's just boring. If there's a bit of challenge there, then that means you can replay and practice and get better at it. And things like that. Oops. Plus, I suspect some kids played this just to make Donald Duck angry because it's funny. Alright, not super lucrative. Only made 88 cents there. So the airport was quite a bit more profitable for us there. Alright, onward to the next one, which is the toy shop. So this one, if I remember rightly, you have to pick up a toy and then you have to put it on the shelf. Where the other ones are. But you've got to move the ladder first. And Donald always picks up the things so that he's holding them on the right. So you need to pick it up like that. Carry it up the thing. Stick it on the shelf. And repeat. Now at the same time you'll also notice that there's a timer at the bottom saying that the Amcrack special will pass in such and such an amount of time. When the train passes, you have to close the door on the cabinet of toys, otherwise they all get dropped on the floor. Oops. So there's a bit of sort of risk versus reward here, where you have to decide if you can actually make it with another toy, or if you should just wait for the train to go past. So there it goes, then you can open the thing again. And then we got another minute before the next one comes. So you don't need to be super accurate with your movement in this, because Donald will move like a shelf at a time. So for example, if I just push up once here, he'll go 1 shelf, 2 shelf, 3 shelf. So once you get a feel for that handling, it becomes a bit more straightforward. Same with moving the ladder. You don't have to be super accurate with where you place it, because he'll just sort of snap to the right place. Time for one more, surely. Oh no, I don't think I can do that in 10 seconds. So close the gates. Alright, and on we go. Only 30 seconds left to go in our shift, though. We're not done too badly. This one could be quite profitable if you work quickly and accurately. Which I have not really done here. But we earn nearly $1. It's good for kids to have realistic expectations of what they will be earning from their part-time jobs in the future. Actually, what does $1 for 3 minutes work out at? It's probably not a terrible hourly pay rate, actually, compared to some places. Alright, and then finally we have the railroad. So in this one, you have to make the train go to various specific places by making use of the points at the bottom of the screen. So, pick up at Duckville. So the train starts at Duck Corners up at the top, and so we have to keep an eye on it and make sure that it goes to Duckville. Which it is not at the moment, so we need to change point number 1, I think. So that goes down there. And then point number 4 over there, and then point number 5, and that should take it to Duckville next time it comes round. Nope, I've done that wrong. Should have also done point number 2. There we go, that should do it. Wonderful. Then drop off at Duck Corners, which it's going to anyway, so that's all good. Brilliant. Pick up at Ducktown, which it's going to anyway, so don't need to change anything. So you'll notice that the Amquack Express that was mentioned in the toy shop, this is the Amquack Railroad. Okay, pick up at Ducktown, go to Duck's Landing, so this time if we change point number 2, it will go there. There we go. Lovely. Off to Ducktropolis. This is another one that feels like it works much better on the Commodore 64 here. So the controls for this one on the ST version are very awkward. But on this one they're very straightforward. It's move left and right between the different switches, press the fire button to grab a lever, and then left or right to manipulate that lever. Okay, going to Duck City. So obviously this is another one you can practice and get better at. Understanding how to make the optimal routes from one place to another. Because there's only so many combinations of the points that you can change. Alright, so change that one back again. And take us to Duckville. Pick up at Duck City again, so just change that one back. If we really wanted to be sneaky, we could just change that one for a slightly quicker route to the finish. Don't think it's that much faster, to be honest, but... Okay, then off to Duck Valley. So we change that one. This is fun. And the nice thing about this game is that it's still fun for me now, as an adult. I used to really like this game on the ST when I was a kid, and I still really like it now. And I see why this version is considered superior now, because it is. It just plays better. It doesn't look quite as nice as the ST version in some places, but it's actually not that far off, because it was designed during that era when Sierra games on 16-bit platforms still had that weird sort of double width pixel resolution. So honestly, the visuals on the ST version aren't significantly superior than what we've got here. Alright, so we've tried all the minigames now. So what we can do is we can go into any of these shops over here, and we can chat with various Disney characters and purchase what we might want to add to the play park. So let's buy a toy horse for 15 cents. Can we buy more than one thing? Each visit you may only purchase one toy. Okay. I wonder if that changes in the expert mode. So what we do is you then push up to pay, and then press the button apparently. Push up to pay, press button to pay. Oh, push it up and the button. Okay, so what you then have to do is pay for your purchases with the money that you've got. So you use your coins, press the total key, and if you overpay, you have to make change yourself. Alright, so let's take a trampoline. So for that we can hand over a quarter and 5 cents. Lovely stuff. What else can we get out of Mini? Have a slide for 11 cents. Nice easy one. And what else? Another slide for $1 1 cent. So we'll have that one. Another nice easy one. $1 and 1 cent. What else you got, Mini? Rings. Haven't bought those yet, I don't think. I assume it will tell you if you've already bought something. There we go, 26 cents. Well, let's just try. Let's see if I try and buy the trampoline again, what happens? Oh no, you can buy another trampoline. Okay. Right, now I do not have the correct change for this, so what I can do is I can pay 50 cents and hit the total key. And then it says you paid 50 cents, please make change. So you have to work out the change for yourself and then take it from the drawer, which is very trusting of Minnie Mouse, I have to say. There's 10 cents and another 10 cents and we're good. Alright, let's pop in here and see Mickey. Music has gone wrong slightly, never mind. 11 cents for the slide. What else you got, Mickey? Monkey bars. 30 cents for this one. So again, I'm going to have to overpay for this one. So there's 50 cents. You owe me 20 cents. And what happens if you try and take too much? Let's find out. Well, it just says no. No, you may not have too much. So there's no stealing from Mickey Mouse in this game, which I'm sure you'll all agree is a terrible shame. Monkey bars, high bar, 11 cents. I feel like a single shift at all those jobs is going to be enough for us to buy everything in the park at this point, but that's okay. Anything else? Ladder? Sounds important. Holler, holler, get dollar. John Madden. John Madden, John Madden, John Madden. I'm the king of change making. Not a skill that people need to really use too much these days. But it's still good for the sort of mental maths side of things. Swing. 26 cents. Alright, good. I think we've cleaned Mickey out. And then finally, we go see Goofy. 30 cents for a tyre. What is the world coming to? Back in my day, we'd just steal them. We wouldn't. But at our school, as part of our play equipment, we had 2 tractor tyres, which were always hotly contested as things to play on. My favourite thing to do with them was what we called the flight simulator, which is where we'd lie one down and then we'd stand the other one up in it, and you'd sit in the one that was standing up, and then everyone else would shake it around, and that was the flight simulator. It was basically our recreation of Sega's Afterburner via the medium of tractor tyres. Okay, so how much change do I need to give there? So 25, 50, 75, 80, there we go, 85, beg your pardon. Can't count. 10 plus 75 is not 80. Anything else? Another slide and an old box. I can probably afford both of those, actually. We can clean them all out. Alright, have 20p for your dirty old slide. You broke the music again, Goofy. And then the old box. For 30 cents. Give me some change. And we're all good. Right, what we then do is we go up here. I think. Yeah, there we go. So it looks both ways, crosses the railroad, and then it's on to the playground. And then you press the fire button to do stuff. You notice that Donald has changed into one of his nephews. Press F5 to move items. Okay, so if we do that, I guess we can... F5. Oh, interesting. That doesn't put the thing you took out back. But then you can use it to get up. Now, can we climb the cargo net to the top? We can. That's interesting. So this is actually very different to the ST version. Because the ST version there was just like several screens of things that you could walk between, and as you bought the items, you added interactive elements to those scenes. Whereas the sort of arrangement element in this, I mean, it's not hugely complicated, but there is a sort of slight logic puzzle element to it. In that you need to make sure that there's ladders so that you can get between the levels, and slides so that you can get back down. Nice. Whee! And that's it. That's Donald Duck's Playground. We have beaten Donald Duck's Playground. You can keep playing if you want to, just to keep playing the mini games, but yeah, that is essentially all you have to do in order to quote unquote beat the game. It's designed to be played in a single sitting like this because it's just a game for kids, and so parents would be able to sit their kid down with this game. They could play it for, how long have we spent? About half an hour or so, and they can have a nice, complete, satisfying feeling experience where they've got the opportunity to actually practice some what would have been helpful skills in the 80s. So like I say, maybe less so now. I mean, we still use cash a bit, but not nearly as much as we used to. But I mean, the sort of core mathematics side of things is still useful. It's still useful to be able to do mental arithmetic and that sort of thing. So in that sense, it's still quite useful. But anyway, that is Donald Duck's Playground for Commodore 64. I'm really glad I tried that because I'm really impressed with how much more enjoyable that is to play than the Atari ST version. And yeah, I may well catch myself playing that off camera a bit now that I've given it a go for myself. Anyway, we'll leave that there for today. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.